Game Day Men's Health, Max Tan, Doane University, Raising Cane's, and the NDOT Highway Safety Office. Now, calling all the action, here's Austin Orman.
Good afternoon. Welcome inside Tal Anderson Field, home of the Omaha Mavericks, and for today, the site of the Class A Baseball State Tournament. One game in the books. It was Lincoln East taking down Papillion La Vista. Final score of 6-0. On deck for us, just about 5 minutes or so away. It's a battle of a couple of Millard schools taking place in Exarban. You have number 5 seed Millard West and number 4 seed Millard South. Two of the best baseball programs in the state of Nebraska. Certainly a bunch of rich history and tradition. We'll start with the 4th seeded Patriots. They qualified for state last year, and in fact, they've qualified for state every year but one since 2009. They missed out on the 2023 tournament, but other than that, the Patriots have been an absolute staple. They enter as the 4 seed in this Class A state tournament. Overall record of 23-10. And you can look across the other dugout if you're Millard South and see a team in Millard West that you beat twice. We mentioned just how often Millard South has been here at the state tournament in Class A. They are the 10-time Class A runner-up, 3-time Class A champion. They last won it in 2021. They've been runner-up 5 times since 2013, including that year 2015, 18, 19, and 22. Their opponents today, a familiar one. Certainly both teams familiar with one another, but Millard West enters the state tournament as the number 5 seed with a 21-12 record. Millard West, a 9-time Class A runner-up, including 2021 and 2023, but they have won Class A 3 times, all in the last handful of years, 2019, 2022, and last year. Millard West, your state champions. They were led by Tyson Lewis and Nick Van Tyker. Tyson Lewis drafted by the Cincinnati Reds. Nick Van Tyker off playing college baseball at Creighton. Certainly a storied matchup, certainly plenty of familiarity between these two teams. Again, Millard South has been at state every year but one since 2009. And how about this? Millard West has been at the Class A state baseball tournament all but once since 1997. The only time the Wildcats have missed state was in 2006. Let's step aside for a couple minutes here as we get the playing of our national anthem. We'll be back with starting lineups and more at the Class A State Baseball Tournament at Tal Anderson Field.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of this special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Lincoln's home for real sports talk. Lincoln's home for the Class A State Baseball Tournament. The Class B State Baseball Tournament will bring you both championship games in those classes as well as the Class C State Championship game. So much to be decided, though, before 1 week from today when we will have the state championship games. With you at Tal Anderson Field in Exarban, I am Austin Norman. Pleasure to be here with you. You're with me, I'm with you for the next 3 games. We'll have Millard South and Millard West here in front of us. After that, in the Class A bracket, it'll be the 2 versus 7 matchup of Papillion, La Vista South, and Millard North. Final game of the night will be Kearney and Elkhorn South. Let's go through the starting lineup for Millard West, the visitors on the first base side of Tal Anderson Field. Top 3 in their order. Leading off, it'll be Sam Kidd doing the catching, Hunter Young in the 2-hole playing right field, and Jake Daniel, the second baseman, batting third. Cleanup for the Wildcats in their road black jerseys. It's a Tyson playing shortstop. It is not Tyson Lewis. It's Tyson Meyer. DHing will be a freshman, Cade Skumel. He wears number 33. Jake Blackman is in center field. He bats, that'd be 6th for the Wildcats. Rounding out the bottom of the order will be Colton Williams at first base, Dylan Swiersek at third base, and Jared Betts in left field. Let's set the defense here for Millard South. Starting behind the dish, they have Carson Durr doing the catching today. First base, it'll be Roy Steveton. Second base, Logan Wick. At third base, Jackson Apin. Then at shortstop, Blake McAndrews. Across the outfield, Brady Parrish in left, Will Thomas in center, and Braden Swaney over in right field. On the mound, taking the ball in the first game of the state tournament for Millard South, a righty wearing number 21, Noah Carroll. His numbers on the year: he has a 2-2 record, in ERA of 2.69. As I mentioned, Millard South is the 4 seed. Millard West is the 5 seed. Regular season went Millard South way in a big way. First matchup of the year saw the Patriots take down the Wildcats, final score of 17-4. A couple weeks later, these two teams met again. It was Patriots 8 and Wildcats 4. So a 25-8 scoring margin for Millard South, the home team today, over at one of their 2 crosstown rivals, Millard West. Millard West looking to go back-to-back in Class A. Lincoln East won it in 2023. Millard West won it last year behind the high-powered offense and solid fundamental play of Tyson Lewis and Nick Van Tyker. And now their reward in the first round, a crosstown rival in Millard South. Here's Carroll. He's delivering his final warm-up pitch. Throw down to second from Carson Durr is on the money. We are just about ready to get things underway here at Tal Anderson Field. Once again, leading off for the Wildcats, it's their catcher, Sam Kidd. He wears number 4. He strides across the first base dugout to the third base side in the right-handed batter's box. On the year, Sam Kidd, a .305 hitter. He's knocked 25 hits in 82 at-bats, 20 runs driven in for him. Right on right matchup to open up the game here at Tal Anderson Field. Second of 4 games on the day for us here on the ticket. All right, Carroll steps on the mound. Kidd is in the batter's box. We're ready to go here from the Tal. Beautiful day for baseball. First pitch time, 1:04 p.m. Carroll's first delivery taken over the outside edge. Fastball crosses for strike 1. Millard South wearing the home whites. Millard West in the road blacks. Kidd, little bat waggle. Here's Carroll out of the windup. Swing and a miss. Kidd out in front of that one. 0-2. Again, Carroll on the year, just a 2-2 record, but an ERA of under 3. Here's Carroll. Set. That one taken just off the plate. Good 0-2 pitch. Good eye by Kidd, a catcher. Good command of the strike zone. Kidd very deep in this batter's box. He's standing with his foot pretty much on the back line, also tight to the plate. Carroll kicks and deals, breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Durr. Count runs even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes Carroll, set again, out of the windup. This one fouled off to the right side by Kidd. He stays alive. Count still 2-2. Great crowd on hand for the first game between Lincoln East. Obviously, the Spartans no stranger to the state tournament recently. Shout out to Papillion La Vista for showing up as well. I'd say it's pretty even right now between Millard West and Millard South fans. Here comes Carroll home. Kidd chops that one back to the backstop, still 2-2. Good representation from the student sections as well. Shout out to the Wildcats and the Patriots for absolutely representing. A lot of open seats behind home plate. Not sure why that would be. Sure, maybe support your team, be on that side. But if you ask me, there is no better spot to watch a baseball game than right behind home plate, which is where we're at. Kidd gets jammed. He's busting down the line. Up with it, though, is Millard South. They throw across the diamond. That was shortstop Blake McAndrew. So 6-3 on the putout. 7 pitch at bat for Kidd. He saw some pitches, but ultimately it is Carroll that wins the battle. Jammed him inside, and a good play by McAndrews. That is Kidd retired for out number 1. That brings up Hunter Young. He's playing right field wearing number 30 for Millard West. The senior hitting only .207 on the year. Another righty on righty matchup. Top 3 batters in the Wildcat lineup are all right-handed. Ball 1 from Carroll runs up and in on Hunter Young. Here comes Carroll. He's set at the letters. Into the windup. Check swing. Half swing there by Hunter Young. Out of the box pretty quickly, but up with it is the second baseman. Easy throw across the diamond for out number 2. Didn't look like Hunter Young meant to do it. He rolled that one over weakly to Logan Wick over there at second base for Millard South. Not a great approach there from Hunter Young. Not a lot of conviction in that swing. He tried to stop himself, couldn't do it, made contact. Maybe for a sec he thought it was going to die just past the pitcher. Maybe on a grass field it does, but on a turf field that one kept bouncing right to Wick. So after a 7-pitch at bat, it is a 2-pitch at bat, and now here is Jake Daniels swinging at the first pitch. Grounds it out to Brady McAndrew, but that throw is wide of the base. Looks like they're going to count it as a hit. Daniel was out of the box pretty fast. Borderline on that one, but there's our first base runner and first hit of the game. So Daniel aboard with a single. According to the official scoring, Carroll now just up to 10 pitches. So after a good at bat from Kidd, Millard West looking pretty aggressive in the batter's box. That brings up Tyson Meyer. He's a shortstop, also a right-handed batter. Very closed stance. He's angled not quite straight. He's closed off enough that it's not just a straight line with his back feet toward the pitcher. His right foot that's in the back of the batter's box is a little further toward the third base dugout than his front left foot is. So here's Carroll. Set of the letters, gives a quick peek over to first base, winds and fires another jam shot. Meyer flares that one out to Logan Wick. He camps under it, two-handed grab, and the side is retired. No runs on 1 hit for Millard. Well, the Millard South Patriots coming to bat in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of his special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No score for Millard West in the top of the first. That brings Millard South up to bat. The lineup for the Patriots looks like this. It'll be Will Thomas leading off, playing center field. Brady Parrish batting second. He's in left. Three-hole hitter will be Jackson Apin playing third base. The cleanup hitter is the right fielder, number 23, Braden Swaney. In the 5 spot, it's Carson Durr. He's doing the catching. Blake McAndrews, the shortstop, wears number 6 and bats 6th. Roy Steveton is the first baseman. He's in the 7th slot. Jacob Allstat DHs today. And it's Logan Wick, who had 2 putouts in that first inning. He rounds out the order for Millard South, batting 9th. On the mound then for Millard West, it's number 16. His name is Brady Ferguson, listed as a senior pitcher infielder. A 3-1 record on the year for him with an ERA of an even 2. Ferguson, number 16, has a black arm sleeve on his right throwing arm. And Will Thomas, the leadoff batter, lefty, adjusts that elbow pad on his lead right elbow, grabs the bat, he steps in, and we are just about ready for the bottom of the first inning. Here's Ferguson, set right in front of his face, closes off his stance. Kick and deliver, that one taken outside for ball 1 by Will Thomas. Good at bat in the top of the first by Sam Kidd, the catcher for Millard West. He saw 7 pitches before grounding out to shortstop. See if Will Thomas can do the same. Thomas, little bat waggle. Here comes Ferguson. That one low and in, quickly 2-0 in favor of Will Thomas. Thomas on the year, a .347 batting average, 35 hits, 101 at bats, drove in 22 runs, scored 41 times, far and away the most on this team. Thomas taking all the way. Kidd drops it, but it is still called a strike. So first strike of the game for Brady Ferguson. Top of that lineup for Millard South, Thomas at the dish right now, Brady Parrish on deck, Jackson Apin, third baseman, in the hole. So Ferguson just about ready to go. Defense playing Thomas straight up, maybe slightly shallow. Thomas taking again, now 2-2. Thomas gives a little head nod after a look back at the umpire. He thought that one might have been just a little bit high, but Brady Ferguson got the borderline call. Here's Ferguson, set even. Now he'll close off his stance. He kicks and fires. That one swung on and missed. There's the first strikeout of the game. Brady Ferguson all the way back from down 2-0. Next 3 pitches are all strikes, and Will Thomas goes down swinging for the first out. That brings up for Millard South, Brady Parrish. He is the left fielder, playing position 7 and wearing number 7, another lefty. Parrish on the year, a .469 hitter, 45 hits in 96 at-bats. He scored 36 times and driven in 27 runs. He's all over that first pitch, just missed it. He fouls it back to the screen, 0-1. So Thomas was taking all the way. Parrish looking to jump on his pitch. Outfield moves back a couple steps for Parrish. That one plunked him. Fastball ran inside, looked like it caught Brady Parrish on that right leg. So he will trot down to first base. There is the Patriots' first base runner of the game. That brings up Jackson Apin. Wears number 2. Playing third base. Here's the first righty in the order for Millard South. Righty-righty matchup. Parrish aboard at first. Apin very tight up on the plate. Almost crowding it. Ferguson delivers. Breaking ball swung on. That one's fouled off and away to the right side by Jackson Apin. 0-1. Interesting to see the approaches here from Millard South. Will Thomas taking pretty much all the way in the top of the first inning. Pretty traditional approach for a leadoff hitter. And then the next 2 batters, Parrish and Apin, have both gone after the first pitch and fouled it back. Parrish was on it. Apin not quite so much. Here's a throw over to first base. Parrish back in plenty of time. It's interesting to see Ferguson's throwing motion. He'll start very squared up towards the catcher. He'll close off his stance, showing his own dugout his number. He comes set. That one taken over the inside corner. Apin jumped backwards out of the way a little bit. Let's strike with the fastball. Now the count 0-2 on Jackson Apin, who comes into the game. batting .396, 40 hits, 101 at bats. He's driven in the most runs, or second most runs on the team, with 39 of them. Ferguson's 0-2 way outside. Apen takes it for a ball. Good idea. Tried to run the fastball up. Instead, he yanked it a little bit too much down that first base line. The fastball up turned into a fastball out. Apen was all over the strategy. There's a quick throw over to first base. Parrish read it. He's back in plenty of time. So Will Thomas saw 5 pitches. Parrish saw 2. 3 pitches into the at-bat now for Jackson Apen. Here's Ferguson. He's set. Kick. Delayed steal here from Parrish. He takes off. The catcher, Sam Kidd, yanked the throw. Parrish is into second base easily. There is a first runner in scoring position of the game. Parrish got a fantastic jump, had it timed out, and Kidd got some good velocity on the throw, but he palmed it. Bounced a couple times before it got there to second base. So Parrish is in scoring position now for the second leading RBI man on this Millard South team in Jackson Apen. Ferguson, a long look at second base. Now he winds and fires. Apen swings through a high fastball. That time Ferguson got it right where he wanted it. Apen could not hold up. Now 2 away in the bottom of the first inning for Millard West. That brings Braden Swaney to the plate. Third lefty in the first 4 batters for Millard South. He wears number 23. He plays right field. One of the best hitters in the state. 400 batting average. 31 runs scored, 42 runs driven in, and 4 long balls for Braden Swaney on the year. He takes fastball over the heart of the plate, called strike 1. That wind is still blowing pretty much straight across the field, maybe slightly out toward right center field. You'd think that would benefit a hitter like Braden Swaney with 4 bombs on the year. 330 down the line, 410 to dead center here at Tal Anderson Field, perfectly symmetrical ball field. Ferguson sneaks that one right past Braden Swaney. Count now 0-2. Ferguson's really only missed his spot twice here in the first inning. That yanked fastball in the 0-2 to Jackson Apen, and of course the hit by pitch that put Parrish over at second base. He's set now. Dugout sees his forest green letters. A little bit more of a slide step here from Brady Ferguson. Set it for the high fastball, misses up and out. So 1-2. We've seen a couple breaking balls from Ferguson. Threw one to Apen that he fouled off down the right field line. But when it's gotten to 0-2, you've seen Millard West try to rely on getting that chase with the fastball. We'll see if they come back with it again or if they rely on the breaking ball. Ferguson set right back to the high fastball, misses with that one. Counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Braden Parrish. Will Thomas struck out swinging. Jackson Apen struck out swinging. Those are the 2 outs that Brady Ferguson has recorded. 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning if you're Millard West. There it is. Parrish is stranded on second base as Swaney didn't mean to do it. He tried to hold his swing, but he was swinging too hard. Could not hold up. 3 strikeouts for Brady Ferguson in the first inning. Millard West made him work for it, but he gets out of the inning unscathed. No score through 1 inning. We have Millard South going back to the field with Noah Carroll on the mound. Millard West coming up to bat next on 93.7 The Ticket.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations. When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No score through 1 inning of play here at Tal Anderson Field. I'm Austin Orman. Crosstown battle between Millard South and Millard West. Due up in the top of the second inning for Millard West. It'll be Cade Skumal, Jake Blackman, and Colton Williams. Skumal DHing. He's a right-handed batter wearing number 33. He is the only freshman listed on these two rosters. On the year, Skumal has taken 42 at-bats, 13 hits among those at-bats. He's driven in 12 runs. In fact, Skumal is one of just 3 underclassmen. Colton Williams is a sophomore. Tyson Longley is a sophomore. And then Skumal is a freshman here for Millard West. Bit of a Jack Caglione-style batting stance. There's another sort of a check swing that made some contact, but Skumal fouled that one all the way off the netting in right field. Millard West should probably send someone down to go retrieve that baseball. Now they're getting someone on it. So, Noah Carroll. He set that one grounded to Roy Stevenson at first base. Has some trouble with it, but he picked it up plenty of time in a PFP spring training style out. So, 2 pitches and 1 quick out for Noah Carroll here in the top of the second inning. Much better swing by Skumal that time. Just hit it right at Stevenson, who had to smother it. It was hit pretty hard. It's going to play fast on the turf. He didn't field it cleanly over there at first base. Stevenson didn't, but he recovered in plenty of time to get the out. That brings up Jake Blackman. He is wearing number 1. He's the first lefty we've seen for this Millard West lineup. He takes a breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 1. Carroll quickly ready again. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Same spot, same result. He quickly jumps up 0-2 with that backdoor breaking ball. So Skumal goes 3-1 for the first out of the inning. That's 3 ground outs on 4 of the 4 outs, I should say, as Blackman stays alive, fouls that pitch off. Still 0-2. Even the hit that Millard West had, it was a chopper to the shortstop, Blake McAndrews. Just wasn't able to get it across the diamond in time. Still 0-2, swung on and missed. There's Noah Carroll's first strikeout of the day. Down goes Jake Blackman on 4 pitches, and quickly 2 away in the top of the second for Millard South. Another lefty, it's Colton Williams. Mentioned another one of those underclassmen. He's a sophomore, batting .236 on the year. 13 hits in 55 at-bats. He's driven in 5 and scored 18 times. Colton Williams been an ace on the mound, though, for Millard West. He's 5-1 with a 1.73 ERA. I'm sure we'll see him soon. He sees that pitch travel upstairs for ball 1. Williams gets on. It'll be Swiersek and Betts at the bottom of the lineup here for Millard West. Breaking pitch right over the outside corner, perfectly located to get Noah Carroll back in the count at 1-1. Carroll didn't use the breaker a lot in the first inning. He's broken it out a handful of times here in the second with good results. Williams watches another fastball up and out, 2-1. So much of high school baseball is about preventing mistakes. It's about doing the little things more so than any sort of amazing play. And as a pitcher, when you think about it, fastball command is one of those little things that you can control. Right now, Carroll just missed with the 3rd fastball of the at-bat. So now it's 3-1 in favor of Colton Williams in the count. See if Carroll tries the fastball again. That he does, and Williams swings right through it. Count runs full, 3-2. Williams rests the bat on his shoulder. He waits for Carroll, brings those arms up. He's into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts end the top of the first. Noah Carroll comes back from down 3-1 in the count to strike out Colton Williams and bring the Patriots back to bat. For Millard South, it will be Carson Durr, Blake McAndrews, and Roy Stevenson leading off the second inning. We'll have the bottom of the second on the other side here from Tal Anderson Field.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No score through an inning and a half here at Tal Anderson Field. I'm Ross Norman with you for this 1 o'clock game between a couple Millard schools. It's Millard West in the field. The home team on the scoreboard is Millard South. The 4-5 matchup in the Class A state baseball bracket. Brady Ferguson on the mound right now for Millard West. He threw 17 pitches in that first inning. He will be tasked with sitting down the bottom of the heart of this Patriot order. Be Carson Durr, the catcher, leading off, followed by shortstop Blake McAndrews and first baseman Roy Steveton. Not a right-handed flavor against a righty here for Millard South as Durr steps in the batter's box. He's ready for the pitch here from Brady Ferguson. First pitch, fastball up and in, taken high for a ball. Durr saw the field last year for Millard South as they qualified for the state tournament. Millard West did as well. They won all the way last year. They were state champions. Durr takes a breaking ball, front door breaking ball, started at him, broke over the inside part of the plate. Count is 1-1. Durr, catcher, wearing number 12, 500 hitter on the year, 19 hits in 38 at bats. He's driven in 8 runs and has gone deep 1 time. That ball misses outside, 2-1. So here's Durr, pretty wide stance. Ferguson, fastball outside corner, strike 2. Count is 2-2. 2 strikeouts in the first for Ferguson. He got Thomas and Apin both swinging. Worked around the hit by pitch from Brady Parrish. So here's Ferguson. Brings home the 2-2. That one slapped back up the middle, just misses the second base bag. Carson Durr leads off the bottom of the second with a sharp single right back up the box for Millard South. His courtesy runner, potentially, looked like we had a courtesy runner. Nope, they are going to change their mind. They'll keep the runner in the dugout, which brings Blake McAndrews to the plate. McAndrews wears number 6. He's the shortstop, a .375 hitter on the year, 33 hits in 88 at-bats, scored 33 times, drove in 23. So it's Durr leading off with a single. McAndrews, another righty batter. Millard West brings the corner third baseman in. Potentially expecting a bunt from the speedy McAndrews. It's Durr over at first base. Middle infield, double play depth. Outfield straight up as well. That one, it jammed him, but it's going to fall in just in front of the center fielder. So 2 straight singles to lead off the bottom of the second inning for Millard South, and the Patriots are in business. That one wasn't hit well. It was a good read by Durr, knowing there was going to be a tough play. It fell kind of in that no man's land there between the second baseman and the shortstop, as well as the center fielder. The wind has certainly died down. It's not gusting nearly as strongly as it was, nor as consistently, but you had McAndrews hitting that one just well enough to flip it out over the heads of the shortstop and the second baseman, but it didn't hang up long enough for any of the 3 Wildcat defenders to reach it. So that brings to the plate Roy Steveton, right-handed batter, tall, lanky player. Ferguson in some real trouble here from Millard West. 2 on and nobody out. Steveton squares to bunt. That one is, I would say, in the dirt, except there isn't. Back pick attempt at second base, and Durr is back just ahead of the throw from Sam Kidd. Risky move. Durr had a pretty sizable lead. He was hustling back to the bag. Kidd decided to take his chance. Didn't work out for him. We'll see how Millard West wants to defend this bunt. They do have their third baseman playing pretty far in. That's Dylan Swierczak. Who's going to go cover third as Steveton squares again. Swierczak's not going to make it back to the bag in time, but Steveton does his job. He advances the runners to second and third. That bunt was right back to the pitcher, but Swirsek was too far from the bag for Brady Ferguson to have a legitimate play at third base for it. So he takes the sure out at first base, and the runners move up to second and third. That brings to the plate another lefty here. It's Jacob Allstat. He wears number 17, doing the DHing. 246 hitter on the year. He's driven in 17 runs and a couple out there for him right now. Ferguson's 27th pitch of the game is here. Swung on, fouled into the mitt of Sam Kidd. Strike one on Allstat. If you're Brady Ferguson here, a strikeout goes a long way. With one out on that sacrifice bunt, if you can get a pop out, if you can get a sharp ground ball to the left side, you can do your best to prevent a run. Anything to the right side, you can probably think about that game's first run crossing the plate from Millard South. So here's Allstat. He's ready in the box. Ferguson taps his glove, kicks and delivers. Allstat swings right through it. Strike two. Good start to this at bat for Brady Ferguson. He's ahead in the count 0-2. Durr a short lead at third base. McAndrews takes his deep lead there at second base. Shortstop Tyson, not Tyson Lewis, like I was about to say, Tyson Meyer shadowing him. Now he backs off. Here's Ferguson's 0-2. Swung on and missed. Big second out of the inning for Brady Ferguson. Comes via the strikeout. 3 pitches and down goes Jacob Allstat, the designated hitter. So with 2 away, that brings up the bottom of the order. Number 9 hitter Logan Wick for Millard South. He got a couple outs in that first inning defensively for the Patriots. Wick on the year, a 275 hitter. He's driven in 18 runs, looking to put his team ahead here in the early going in the bottom of the second. Ferguson's ready to bring it home. He does. Wick first pitch swinging, tied him up all the way back to the screen, so Ferguson jumps ahead 0-1. No score, bottom of the second. Millard South at the plate, Millard West in the field. Ferguson brings it home. That one watched right down Broadway by Wick. Looked like a pretty darn good pitch to hit. He lets it go, and Wick falls behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Brady Ferguson just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. We'll see if he goes with the high heater and 0-2 counts like he has previously. Ferguson rocks. He comes set. Wick awaits it. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A feeble swing attempt by Logan Wick, and Millard South leaves 2 runners in scoring position. Great work by Brady Ferguson to get out of the jam. We go to the third inning. No score between Millard West and Millard South at Tal Anderson Field. We'll be back in 60 seconds to the Class A State Baseball Tournament on the ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Millard West escaped the jam. Had runners on second and third. But Brady Ferguson pitches his way out of that after a sacrifice bunt from Roy Stevenson. He strands the runners at second base, bringing his Millard West Wildcats back to the plate. Austin Norman with you from above Tal Anderson Field. Good crowd on hand for this crosstown battle here in Exarban. It'll be Dylan Spearsek, third baseman, leading off for Millard West. He'll be followed up by Jared Betts in the 9-hole, and then Sam Kidd, leadoff hitter. For Noah Carroll, he has thrown 24 pitches across 2 innings. His 25th offering is on the way to lead off the top of the 3rd inning. That one swung on, lifted to right field, sends the right fielder back a few steps, but drifting back, and making the catch for the first out. That is the right fielder, number 23, Braden Sweeney. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Noah Carroll here in the top of the 3rd inning. For Millard West, they've only scored 4 runs in either game against Millard South this year. The pitching, though, has let them down. It's been a 17-4 and an 8-4 set of decisions for the Wildcats in losses to Millard South. There's Carroll jumping ahead 0-1 on Jared Betts, who fouled that one off the netting above his own dugout. Carroll ready to work. That breaking ball drifts outside into the left-handed batter's box. Counts even 1-1. So Carroll ready, count even 1-1. Jared Betts in the batter's box. Thought about swinging, didn't pull the trigger, doesn't matter. Strike 2 called across the outside. On the year, Betts, a .250 hitter, 13 hits out of 52 tries. He scored 16 times. That breaking ball bounces up there, counts even 2-2. We're seeing command and control come and go for both pitchers here. Sometimes they are on top of their game, locating, hitting their spots. It looks great. Other times, overthrowing. The nerves, the adrenaline of a state tournament. There's another breaking ball. Better location, but still bounced up there. Tried to get Betts to chase. He didn't. So count runs full on the number 9-hole hitter with 1 out. If you're Carroll, you definitely do not want to put this 9-hole batter on base and set the table for a trio of difficult hitters at the top of this Millard West lineup. Betts swings. He fouls that one back over the right side. Count still 3-2. Kidd's on deck. He grounded out to the shortstop his first at bat. Like I said, Betts, a .250 hitter on the year. That one flared out to right field just past Logan Wick at second base. So Jared Betts helping set the table for the top of the order. He hustles down to first base, gives a couple claps to his dugout, and that does bring up the top of the order. Catcher Sam Kidd for Millard West. Kidd, as I mentioned, bounced to shortstop in the first inning. Saw a handful of pitches. It was the 5th pitch of the at-bat that he sent out to Brady McAndrews over there short. He has an opportunity now with a runner on first base. No score. Top of the 3rd inning. Millard South in the field. Millard West at bat. Carroll comes to that long pause. Kidd watches. Throw down to second base on the steal attempt is wide. McAndrews could not snag the throw. He goes and recovers it, but just like that, Jared Betts moves from first base to second base on the first pitch at the at-bat, and there's Millard West's first runner in scoring position of the day. With 1 out, you can still deal with a productive out. That's being held pretty tight to the bag there by McAndrews, making some noise behind him as Carroll set, gives him a look. Carroll comes home, Kidd swings, fouls that one back over his own dugout. Count goes to 0-2. Seen some good aggression on the base paths by both teams here early. Who doesn't love themselves a good stolen base? Kidd's really tight up along that inside chalk line. Does Carroll try to bust him inside, or how quick are Kidd's hands? He does try him inside. Kidd got fisted, but he fouls that one down the third base line. Still 0-2. Two hits on the day for either side. Millard West's second hit was just recorded by Jared Betts. Flared one out to right field. He's at second base right now. Carroll stares into the mitt, brings it home. Kidd fouls another one off. He's staying alive. Count still 0-2. Good at bat here at the top of the order by Sam Kidd. Watch the first pitch go by, so Jared Betts could steal second base. He's been swinging and fouling off since. Carroll, long look at second base right now, really trying to hold the runner. Now second look back, now brings it home. Kidd back up the middle, off the glove of McAndrews. He's going to get the wave. Betts comes in to score. The throw by Will Thomas. Too late. Carson Durr cuts it off, but it's 1-0 Millard West. The single and the stolen base from Jared Betts pay off immediately as Sam Kidd drives in the game's first run with a single. Nice piece of hitting there by Sam Kidd. Shot that one right back where it came from. And as a reward for his good work, he gets to head to the dugout, don the tools of ignorance, and on to run for him, Landon Horst. So 1-0 Millard West takes the lead over Millard South in the top of the third inning. McAndrews got a glove on it. Just the very bottom of his glove. Not enough to knock it down, slow it down, and keep Betts at third base after that single. Thomas was playing pretty deep. Took him a while to run up and get that ball. And by the time he got it, it was too late to get Betts. So Horst courtesy runs for Kidd. He's at first base, still extending that lead, but that brings up Hunter Young. Young watches that ball sail outside into the right-handed batter's box. It's a fastball that missed, 1-0. Young grounded to second baseman Logan Wick for the second out of the game. Carroll brings it home. Young swings over a breaking ball. He was early on it. Counts even 1-1. Young on the year, a .207 hitter. He busted it out of the box after grounding to Wick, but Wick was all over it in the first inning. Carroll takes a peek over at first base. Now he comes set. Now pickoff throw. Horst got caught leaning, but he was back just in time. Gives himself a little look down, like, come on. Read the pitcher. Don't guess. Don't anticipate. Good move there by Carroll. Horst has been pretty aggressive with his leads. Carroll set. He pauses. He pauses, brings it home. Same pitch, same result. Another breaking ball swung over by Hunter Young. Carroll moves ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 strikeouts on the day so far for Noah Carroll. He got Jake Blackman and Colton Williams to end the second inning. 1-0 Millard West. Sam Kidd's RBI single, the difference so far. Young back in the box. He's ready. Carroll brings it home. That pitch just misses up and maybe a touch out. Runs even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's the 4-5 game here at Tal Anderson Field. Millard South, the home team, seeded number 4. Millard West, the visiting team, seeded number 5. The Wildcats with the 1-0 lead. Carroll brings it home way inside. Good snag by Carson Durr. Saved 90 feet on the base paths. Count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. No walks on the day. We've had a hit by pitch. But the count is full here on Hunter Young. What will Noah Carroll decide to throw? Goes with the fastball. Tied up Hunter Young. It does get past the pitcher, Noah Carroll. Wick has to charge. He makes the play, but the runner, Landon Horst, with a good read on that one. He was obviously off on contact. He did a good job of getting past the ball before Wick could get there. So Horst will move up to second base with 2 outs. That brings up Jake Daniel. Daniel had the first hit of the game for Millard West. Well, of the game. Give the Millard West led off the game in the top of the first. It was a single to short, infield single. Gets another chance with a runner at second base. His team leading 1-0. Carroll brings it home, breaking ball. Tailed just too far off the plate, 1-0. Jake Daniel on the year, batting .254. Driven in 11 runs. He's looking for number 12 here in the state tournament. Active, aggressive lead by Horst at second base. He's making a lot of noise. There's Daniel taking over the outside for strike 1. Horst is away. Carroll gives him a long look. McAndrews is right behind him. Now he backs off. That one flipped out to right field, and that'll end the top of the third inning. But not before Millard West takes the lead. Jared Betts sets the table from the 9-hole. Sam Kidd drives him in with a single. It's 1-0 Wildcats leading the Patriots here. We go to the bottom of the third inning here at Tal Anderson Field. We'll be back with that in 60 seconds.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations. When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Top of the order, 2 up from Millard South here in the bottom of the third inning. Tal Anderson Field in Exarban. I'm Austin Norman with you for this 1 o'clock game, the 4 o'clock game, and the 7 o'clock game here in the Class A State Baseball Tournament. Nick will be back tomorrow. He's got some business to attend to, so went to the bench, called in a pinch talker or some such. Let's give me credit for that. Like I said, 1-0 Millard West. Millard South had the game's first opportunity to score. They had runners on second and third base after back-to-back singles by Carson Durr and Blake McAndrews. Roy Stevenson, the first baseman, laid down a sacrifice bunt, but Jacob Allstott and Logan Wick struck out, leaving the runners at second and third. Brady Ferguson back on the mound. He's thrown 32 pitches across 2 innings. Struck out 4 batters so far, including Will Thomas, who sets the table here in the bottom of the third for the Patriots. Thomas went down on 5 pitches. That one taken for a strike. Looked a little outside from up here. Will Thomas gives a little shake. He disagrees with the call, but regardless, he's behind in the count 0-1. Ferguson, a little crossfire, crossbody delivery that he brings back toward his own dugout. Will Thomas really frustrated, takes that one for a strike as well. That one looked to be about letter high. I don't know if Will Thomas is not necessarily seeing it well out of Brady Ferguson's hand, if the umpire's zone is expanding on Thomas, who isn't a huge dude. Certainly fast, big enough to get the job done. Thomas watches that one elevated. Ball 1. Thomas, the senior, plays center field. Hits about 350 on the year. Scored 41 times. He's in there, a lefty, leading off. That one taken inside. That time, Sam Kidd thought he had the strike call, but Will Thomas gets the benefit of the doubt. Kidd jumped out of his stance. He was all ready to throw it down to Dylan Swiersek at third to go around the horn, but home plate umpire does not give him the call, so counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Really fun game, really fun rivalry here at the Class A State Tournament. Millard West and Millard South, 2 of the best teams in the state, 2 of the best programs in state history. Here's an extra late kick from Brady Ferguson as he brings it home. Thomas was right on it. He fouled it back to the screen, staying alive, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's the first time we've seen pitchers really mix up their timing here in this game. Ferguson's ready to go. Thomas has taken his time to get back in the box, but here he is. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, brings it home. Thomas lunges. He fouls that one back to the screen, stays alive again at 2-2. Thomas hasn't seen a pitch that he wants to swing at yet. A couple pitches he's had to swing at to stay alive. 1 homer on the year for Will Thomas, more of a slap hitter, if anything. He's being played that way. Second baseman's pretty deep as well. Ferguson brings it home as Thomas slaps that one to center field. Bit of a misstep there to begin the route by the center fielder for Millard West. That's Jake Blackman, but ultimately he is there, catches it belt high. Thomas down for the second time today and the first out of the bottom of the third inning. That brings up Brady Parrish. He was plunked in the knee his first at bat. He would not advance any further than that. as Jackson Apin and Braden Swaney went down. That pitch back to the backstop. It's 1-0. One run on 3 hits for Millard West. No runs on the 2 hits last inning for Millard South. Parrish, one of the best hitters in the state. He's batting .469 this year, playing left field, 45 hits in just 33 games. Swings, fouls that one off over his dugout. That's the third base side. Counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. Thomas and Parrish are lefties here at the top of the order against righty Brady Ferguson. Parrish is ready. He's in the box. Ferguson winds, deals. That one almost hit him. They're going to say it did. They're going to say it clipped Brady Parrish, who's aboard for the second straight at bat with the hit by pitch. That one was more dangerous than the first one. The first time that Ferguson missed inside on Parrish, it was lower. It was knee high. Couldn't tell if it got him in the thigh, in the quad, on the backside of his leg, wherever it was. But that time, that one was just about head height for Brady Parrish. The umpire is going to say it clipped him. I'm not sure if it hit his shoulder, his helmet, what it was. But regardless, home plate umpire rules there's enough contact. So Brady Parrish aboard for the second time by a hit by pitch. That brings up Jackson Apin, 3-hole hitter for Millard South. He wears number 5. 1 on, 1 out. Apin's ready, tight stance. There's the leg kick. That one in the dirt, blocked by Kidd. That holds the runner at first base, 1-0. Apin is a junior, just about a .400 hitter. Second on Millard South's team, with 3 home runs. And second in RBIs, he's driven in at 39. He pokes that one out to right field. Right fielder cuts it off, but they're going to send Parrish first to third. Now the ball gets away from the shortstop. So Jackson Apin moves up to second on the throw. That was a really good job of getting around that baseball by right fielder Hunter Young for Millard West. That was one that I thought the way it was hit from Apin had a chance to split the gap, but Young got around it. His throw back to the infield, though, it short hopped the shortstop Tyson Meyer, who wasn't able to make the pick. You had Parrish with an aggressive turnaround second base. He was being sent all the way, and really good base running by Jackson Apin. He ends up at second base on the single. Which I know how that sounds, but it is just a single in the books. It's not a double. He moves up to second on the throw. That brings up Braden Swaney. He flared it to Logan Wick, the second baseman, to be the final out of the first inning. So for the second straight inning, Millard West threatening runners on second and third, and 1 out. Swaney, another lefty. Tall, lanky guy takes that one outside. Ball 1. Swaney does have the team lead in both home runs and runs driven in for Millard South. He's driven in 42 runs and gone deep 4 times. Another .400 hitter. He's ready for the pitch from Brady Ferguson. Fastball over the heart of the plate, strike 1. Pitcher on the ropes like that. He makes a mistake over the middle of the plate. Not sure what else Braden Swaney was looking for. Rather unassuming leads at second and third by Millard South. As Ferguson comes to his set position. He'll kick, he'll deal. Swaney chases a fastball up. Swung right through it, 1-2. Now, it looked like the swing of a guy who knew he missed one the pitch before and said, you know what, I'm going to get this one. And he didn't. So Ferguson uses Swaney's aggression against him. Will he do it again? Ferguson's up in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Deep breath from Ferguson, peering into the mitt, swung on and missed. Swaney goes down for the second time this game, and now there are 2 away in the bottom of the third. Millard West just 1 out away, but we have a conversation going on here. Very brief conversation. Swaney was upset about something. I couldn't tell what it was. Looks like that's a young man who just swung through it. Looks like they'll call it a foul ball. So Kidd ended up dropping it. Swaney was appealing that he did foul it off, and that's why Kidd dropped it. After a quick appeal, turns out, yep, it was indeed a foul ball. So we'll do it again at 1-2. So still runners on second and third and 1 out. It's Braden Swaney in the box. Here's Ferguson's pitch. That one's fouled back. Swaney stays alive. Wasn't a great pitch for Swaney to swing at previously. It was a high fastball. Didn't look like he got much of a piece of it. Looked like Kidd had it. And Kidd went right after it after the drop, and he ended up tagging Swaney for it would have been the out with first base occupied. But here we go again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch will be the 50th for Ferguson. Pitch number 50 is drilled to right center field. Going back is Hunter Young. He gets there. He makes the catch, and then he drops it. It was in his glove. They will say it was not on the transfer. They're going to say he didn't make the catch. The relay throw home is wide of the plate. Braden Swaney gets a new life, and he comes through. He drills one about 340 feet. Hunter Young had it in his glove, but it popped out. Millard West attempts to appeal, saying that Hunter Young did catch the ball. It was on the transfer. The umpire says, no, everything is safe. Everything is clean. They rule it a 2 RBI triple off the bat of Braden Swaney. He adds 2 more runs batted into his team leading total, 44 on the year. And now Millard South has taken its first lead of the game. It is 2-1 Patriots. Wow, what a turn of events. Hunter Young was on his horse trying to get to that ball off the bat of Braden Swaney. That was a mistake over the middle of the plate there by Ferguson on pitch number 50. Swaney was ready for it. He didn't miss it. He cranked that one to right field. And Young wasn't playing shallow necessarily, not playing deep for the cleanup hitter. But man, took a pretty good route to it. Had it in the leather. Just couldn't squeeze it. So it's an RBI triple. Well, wait a minute. We do not have Swaney standing at third base. So I give him credit for the 2 RBI, but he's not on third base. Maybe we just had a 2-run sac fly. Either way, it's 2-1 Millard South. They aren't taking the runs off the board. As Carson Durr gets plunked, he's aboard for the second time. The third hit by pitch here for Brady Ferguson. I'm really not sure what the situation is here at Tal Anderson Field, and I know I'm paid to know what's going on, but haven't gotten an explanation. There wasn't really a conversation going on. So what I'm going to assume the official explanation is that on that ball hit by Braden Swaney to right center field, they will give Hunter Young credit for the catch. And he caught it so deep, the runners tagged up because they thought it was going to be caught. Appears it was. And it was dropped on the transfer, which gave both runners, it would be Brady Parrish and Jackson Apin, time to come around and score. So we're going to mark that down as a sacrificed fly off the bat of Braden Swaney. It's a 2-1 lead for Millard South. Millard West took the lead in the top half of this inning. Millard South has won both games between these two teams in the regular season. And they take the lead here in the bottom half. Durr is off and running. Not a great throw from Kidd, but it gets there just in time. He uses the turf, accelerates it on the hop, and Durr is gunned down, stealing for the final out of the frame, but not before Millard South takes its first lead of the game. It's 2-1 Patriots leading the Wildcats. We are headed to the top of the 4th inning. Millard West looking to reclaim its advantage when we return to Tal Anderson Field.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha. Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
2-1, Millard South leads Millard West through 3 innings of play. Game 2 of the day here at the Class A State Baseball Tournament. I'm Austin Orman. Jake Bakoven holding down the fort on the 1s and 2s back there in the studio. Just crossed into the 2 o'clock hour. More cloud cover now at 72nd and Center here in Omaha. Beautiful view of Exarban. Really fun area. Spent some time working up here in a former life. Been to Baxter Arena my fair share of times. Fun arena. Big credit to our gracious hosts here, the Omaha Mavericks. Big thanks to the NSAA for the booth, for the opportunity to broadcast these games as well. And thanks to you listeners for chiming in here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Bill and Bennett, Bandit, really appreciate you guys for chiming in, your kind words of our baseball coverage. Thanks to our 5 great sponsors as well. It's Tyson Meyer leading off the top of the 4th inning. He takes strike 1 over the outside corner. Looked like Carroll started him off with a breaker. That fastball tried to go to the same spot, but yanked it a little bit. It's 1-1. So Brady Ferguson is up over 50 pitches through 3 innings. Carroll will throw his 50th with his next pitch, and he's into the 4th. It's 1-2 as the breaking ball crosses the plate for a strike. Meyer popped out to the second baseman Wick to end the 1st inning. Here's Carroll. Big kick, deliver, yank the fastball again a little bit. It's outside, 2-2. It's hard to see the Millard West bullpen. Doesn't appear to be any activity. Millard South sent a couple players down there. A handful are down there now, as Tyson Meyer will go down looking. Backwards K for Noah Carroll. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Not sure exactly what Meyer's arguing about. That was a picture-perfect pitch. Meyer's confused. He's taken out his frustration that he didn't see it coming on the umpire, but he will take a seat. There's the 1st out of the inning for the Patriots. 3rd strikeout for Noah Carroll on the day on his 51st pitch. That brings up Cade Schumel. He's the designated hitter. He shot one down the right field line, but right at first baseman Roy Stevenson in the 1st. Fastball taken for a strike. Schumel, the Jack Haglione style stance. Swings through that breaking ball. It's 0-2. That one was in the dirt. If you're a Kansas City Royals fan listening to our airwaves, next time you'll get a chance to hear them will be Sunday, because we've got state baseball today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll have a day off Thursday before state championships 1 week from today at Warner Park. But Jack Haglione is a guy Nick and I talked about in our trip to Stillwater last year. Nebraska faced him when he was a member of Florida. Wide stance, bent legs, a little bit of preload going on there as Schumel takes a fastball way up and out. It's ball 1, counts 1-2. Haglione on the fast track to the majors, as could be potentially Tyson Lewis. Just hit a ball 119.4 miles per hour. Schumel hits that one at not quite 119.4. Wick had some trouble with it. He bobbled it on the transfer, but he picked it up just in time to record the 2nd out of the inning. That'll go down as 4-3 for Cade Schumel, who chopped that one right over the mound. Good job by Carroll resisting temptation. Would have been a tough play if he had tried to grab it. He lets it go through. Wick made that play going in a little bit to his right. Didn't get it out of his glove cleanly the first time, but in enough time for the 2nd out of the inning. Breaking ball misses low and away. to Jake Blackman. He was the first strikeout victim of the day for Millard West for the second out of the second inning. 2 quick outs for Noah Carroll and Millard South, who just took the lead at 2-1 in the bottom of the third. That fastball misses in. It's 1-1. Carroll's ready again. There's a fastball perfectly located on the outside corner for strike 2. Carroll is cruising right now. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. He brings home the 1-2 pitch. That breaker didn't break enough. It's 2-2. Tyson Meyer went down looking. Cade Skumel grounded to second base. And now it's up to Jake Blackman to start a 2-out rally for Millard West. He won't do it. He swings through a breaking ball. Couple big fist pumps from Carson Durr. And Millard South is coming back to bat after just reclaiming the lead. Can the 4th-seeded Patriots tack on? We'll tell you more about it in the bottom of the 4th inning right after this.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brady Ferguson out for his 4th inning of work for Millard West. He's allowed just 2 earned runs on 3 hits. It's 2-1. Millard South leading Millard West. Patriots coming to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. I'm Austin Norman. It'll be Blake McAndrews leading off the home half of the 4th inning. He was at the plate to end the previous inning. Carson Durr, the catcher, got plunked, attempted to steal second base. Sam Kidd, the catcher for Millard West, gunned him down. So McAndrews, a righty, holding a bat that looks like it's made of wood. I know it's not, just the way it's colored. Here's the 61st pitch from Brady Ferguson. Breaking ball, sweeper-looking pitch, taken for a strike. For Blake McAndrews, he singled. Second single of that second inning, but he was left at second base. First scoring chance of the day for Millard South in the second. McAndrew takes a fastball in a 1-1 count for a strike. It's now 1-2. Haven't seen a designated approach from a lot of hitters here. As Series McAndrew popped this one straight back. That'll end up just a little bit in front of me, about a half section over. He stays alive, 1 ball and 2 strikes. McAndrew, the shortstop, he's batting in the 6 hole here. Following him, it'll be Roy Steveton and Jacob Allstott. McAndrew deep in the box. No bat waggle. Ferguson kicks, delivers. McAndrew swings through the fastball letter high. He is retired for out number 1 of the bottom of the 4th inning. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Brady Ferguson. Brings up Roy Steveton. He's the first baseman. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first inning that moved Durr and, or second inning, sorry, that moved Durr and McAndrews to second and third. The next 2 batters were not able to push across runs in the home half of the second. Steveton takes a called strike 1. That one up and in, ball 1. Brady Ferguson now over 60 pitches in 3 1/3 innings. He has a kick delivered, fired back to the screen there by Steveton. He was on it, but just missed. On it timing-wise, I should say. Counts now 1-2 in favor of Ferguson. Stevenson back in the box. Ferguson ready to go. Beautiful breaking ball. Called strike 3. Stevenson had nothing he could do about it. It locked him up. Did not see that one coming. He was expecting fastball. That breaking ball started at him. It broke across the heart of the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts. This one of the looking variety to start the second inning for Brady Ferguson and Millard West. Beautiful, beautiful breaking ball. We'll see if Ferguson goes back to it here. Jacob Allstott. He struck out in the first inning. Nope, it's a heater. Chopped foul at the plate. 0-1. Let me know on the text line, 402-464-5685. Do you like your horizontal sweepers and sliders? Do you like your 12-6, your 11-5 curveballs better as a breaking ball? There's a slider that misses down in the dirt. 1-1. And don't forget, when I do say dirt, it's hypothetical dirt. It's brown turf is what it is. I get the turf field up here in the Midwest, right? Better for year-round baseball. Easier to maintain, certainly. There's just something about the feeling of dirt when you slide in, though. 2-1 the count now to Roy Stevenson. On the year, a .281 hitter. Stevenson, a lefty. Chops that one down the first baseline. That's going to bounce foul. Counts even 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 2-1 Millard South ahead of Millard West. Patriots have won the 2 games that these 2 teams have played so far this season. They've been in dominating fashion, 17-4 and 8-4. This is the state tournament. Things are tight, just how we like them in tournament settings. Stevenson, he's jammed. Flares that one over to the first baseman. That is Colton Williams making the catch for out number 3. Low stress inning for Brady Ferguson. He is through 4 innings, but his team trails 2-1. We head to the top of the 5th for Millard West. It will be the bottom of the order. Williams, Swiersek, and Betts. They set the table in the 3rd. Can they do it again in the 5th? Find out in 60 seconds on the ticket.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Just over halfway home here, game 2 of the day of the Class A State Baseball Tournament. I'm Austin Orman. We're at Tal Anderson Field between 72nd and 68th and center, I believe, is officially where we're at up here in Omaha. No Carroll on the mound with activity in the bullpen for Millard South. It's Colton Williams, left-handed batter, striding into the batter's box. He watches a breaking ball down and in for ball 1. Carroll, that was just his 61st pitch of the game. Through now 4+ innings. Williams, his first at bat was a strikeout to end the second inning. Williams pops that one up. It's going to reach the seats. Might even reach the berm on a bounce. Yep, snuck over the fence. It's 1-1. Beautiful, beautiful venue here at Tal Anderson Field. We bounce back and forth between Tal Anderson and Werner Park. Last year, we'll do the same this year. The Omaha Storm Chasers are at home tonight, which is why we're not at Werner Park here for Class A or Class B quite right now. Counts now 1-2 after Williams shoots another ball foul down the third base side. So here's Carroll. Quick windup, pitch home, swung on, chopped foul off of Williams in the batter's box. He'll get a chance to do it again at 1-2. .330 down both lines, 410 to dead center field, and a really neat city skyline with some trees in the background. If you're looking at the field, you look to your right, you'll see Baxter Arena, home of the Omaha Mavericks, obviously made the NCAA tournament in men's basketball. As Williams chops that one over the head of Carroll. Going to be a tough play for Wick, but he makes it. Second time we've seen Logan Wick make that play. He charges a little bit into his right on a hopper that gets over the mound. Much cleaner transfer this time. He throws to first in plenty of time to retire Colton Williams for out number 1 of the top of the 5th inning. Striding to the plate now, Dylan Swiersek, part of last year's championship winning team for Millard West. Swiersek wearing number 12, playing third base. He flew out to right field as the first out of that top of the third inning. Third inning's where we've had all our scoring so far. Swiersek takes a fastball just outside and 1-0. It was Jared Betts who's on deck for Millard West who got things going with a single. He stole second base, and then Sam Kidd brought him home with an RBI single of his own. 2-1 the count now. After that one misses out of the hand of Noah Carroll. 2-1 brought home. Yep, you could tell Swiersek didn't want to do it. Half-hearted swing. It was quick. Tried to catch himself. He could not, so count runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away, top of the 5th. Colton Williams went 4-3. Noah Carroll delivers, and that one stroked to left field. Dylan Swiersek gets the hit. That'll be the 4th hit of the day for Millard West. Third baseman delivers a line drive into left field to put 1 on with 1 out. That does bring up Jared Betts. Like I said, he got the party started for Millard West in the 3rd inning. Third baseman Jackson Apin is in on what would be the grass. He is way in now, expecting a bunt from Jared Betts. It's a 1-run game, 2-1 in the 5th. Carroll's been pitching pretty well. He's thrown 70 pitches. Betts not showing bunt as he takes a breaking ball, strike 1. With his run in that 3rd inning, Jared Betts has now scored 17 times for the Wildcats. Swiersek not running. Fastball misses up and out, 1-1. Two to 1. Millard South leads Millard West. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Tal Anderson Field in Omaha. That's the righty batter. It waits the delivery from the righty Carroll. That's a breaking ball bounced up there in the dirt, 2-1. Left fielder playing pretty deep, all things considered, for the bottom of the order. And the wind blowing to right field. If I were for Millard South, I would maybe contemplate moving the left fielder in. Out there in left field today is Brady Parrish. Betts takes a fastball high. It's now 3-1. Double barrel action in the Millard South bullpen down the left field line. Bullpen is primarily within fair territory, behind, of course, the fence and the foul pole. So, a blast here. We'll see. Betts takes the 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball over the inside corner. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I did not get my supervision surgery that I've been waiting on, and I did not bring my binoculars. So I can't tell you who's warming up for the Patriots, but it is still quiet in the Millard West bullpen. It's not quiet in the Millard West student section. 1 on, 1 out. Betts pops this one up. It's in between right field and second base, but it is the right fielder coming in to make the catch for the second out. That's a good job of communicating there by number 23, Braden Swing. That was his ball all the way. He told Logan Wick, vacate the area. I got it. I'm on it. So Noah Carroll gets a fly out to shallow right field for out number 2. Jared Betts retired for the first time today. That does turn the lineup over. It'll be Sam Kidd. He had the RBI single back in the 3rd. It did, of course, come after Betts stole second base. We'll see if Swierzek's on the move to give Kidd another chance, just like 2 innings ago. There he goes. Swierzek off with the pitch. Carson Durr's throw is on the money, and Swierzek is out by a mile. You get the Conor McGregor swag walk off the field by Carson Durr. It was all too predictable. Millard South was ready for the stolen base attempt, and the bat will remain on Sam Kidd's shoulders. He'll lead off the top of the 6th inning for Millard West, but we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Momentum may be back on the side of the Patriots of Millard South. They lead Millard West 2-1, and they're coming to bat right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations. When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
2-1 Millard South. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Carson Durr gunned down Dylan Swierzek by a few steps at second base to end the top of the 5th inning. Very similar situation in the 5th inning as it was in the 3rd inning for Millard West, but the Wildcats were not able to pay it off. They still trailed 2-1. Brady Ferguson back out to the mound for his 5th inning of work. He sits right now at 68 pitches. Sorry, they haven't switched it over yet. I have him at 68 pitches officially. Leading off for the Patriots of Millard South, it will be Logan Wick. He's been busy in the field. Not so busy in the batter's box. Through 1 at bat, he struck out. But like we saw with Millard West, 9-hole hitter can really get something going. Wick, he's a righty. He's a junior second baseman, batting .275 on the year. Scored north of 30 times. So here's Brady Ferguson. He rocks. He brings it home. He fires that breaking ball. Taken just low, ball 1. Looked like a pretty good pitch from up here, but just missed. Ferguson back home with it. Wick swings through a fastball, 1-1. Funny looking swing there from Logan Wick, and I don't say that to judge. It looks like he was maybe trying to do a little bit too much with that fastball. Knew what was coming, but missed it maybe a little bit out of his wheelhouse. Wick squares to bunt. He pulls it foul. Swierzek will watch it roll, pick it up as soon as it crosses in foul territory. Wick was down the line in a hurry, so he will take a jog those extra 90 and change feet. Down in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brady Ferguson has been fighting. Not really a grinder of a start. I mean, he's only allowed the 2 runs on 3 hits. But it hasn't been easy. Here's Ferguson. He's ready to bring home the 1-2. He does. He gets Wick to chase another letter-high fastball, and for the second time, Logan Wick goes down swinging. That will lead off the top of the 5th inning, resetting the lineup for Will Thomas of Millard South. But for Brady Ferguson, that's strikeout number 6 on the day. Thomas was a victim of one of those strikeouts leading off the game. He got sat down on 5 pitches. And he lined out to the center fielder his previous at-bat. Thomas wears number 1. He plays center field. He chases the first pitch. One-handed swing fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1. Thomas is a fun player. A lot of speed. Enough pop to threaten. The outfield can't necessarily move in. Third baseman Swierzek is in as Thomas squares to bunt, but he pulls it back as that breaking ball didn't break. It's 1-1. Thomas, Parrish, Apin, Swaney, Durr. Maybe not a more consistent, more solid top 5 of a lineup here for Millard South as that fastball misses up and in. Now Thomas ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Millard South started the year out by scoring double-digit runs in 4 of its first 5 games. They also scored double-digit runs in their first game of districts. They beat Fremont 11-3. Thomas fouls that one off the brim of his helmet. Not shooken up, but needs a sec to recover. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thomas will readjust his helmet, readjust his batting gloves. He's the leadoff hitter for the Patriots. He'll lead this one 2-1. Ferguson comes set, starts at his face, drops it down to his belt, closes his stance, brings it home. Thomas watches that one. He jumps out of the way. Wasn't quite that inside, but inside enough. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Not a lot of patience being displayed in this game. Both pitchers have been relatively around the strike zone. It's been more hit by pitches than walks. Now here's a full count pitch with 1 out. Thomas swings. He fouls that one back. We'll do it again at 3-2 momentarily. That one, I might have been able to reach out and catch with an open window. I feel like that's every broadcaster's dream. If you're calling a baseball game and you have a chance to open the window, you get to stretch out and find a way to snag a foul ball. This always seems like so much fun. I'm sure Nick Sainert, play-by-play man extraordinaire, has had the opportunity to do it in his time, but still waiting for my own chance. So 3-2, part 2, Thomas will get a trilogy. That time he was ahead of it. Pitch was a little bit inside, and he chopped it down to his first base coach. Next pitch will be the 80th for Brady Ferguson. He is set at the belt. Brings it to his face, now back to the belt. He's set. Here comes the crossbody pitch, taken low and in. So Will Thomas draws a 1-out walk. He will be aboard for Brady Parrish. Just as I say, there haven't been many walks in this game. Look at that. The broadcaster's jinx alive and well. So that does bring up Brady Parrish. He's been hit by pitches twice. He came around to score the game's first run on that play off the bat of Braden Sweeney that I'm sure still not exactly sure what happened. But either way, it led to 2 runs. The first of which was Brady Parrish. Another lefty in the box. He swings, drills that one down the right field line, twisting just foul, about a yard foul. That would have scored Will Thomas. Thomas got a great jump, knew there was no chance the right fielder was going to get to that one. He was off on contact. Not a hit and run, just a really good read there by Will Thomas, who probably would have drawn a throw home, but I think would have been saved pretty comfortably. But instead, Brady Parrish was just ahead of it enough that ultimately it's harmless. The 0-1 the count. See if Ferguson tests him inside again. No, this time he picks over to first base. Thomas back in plenty of time. Really 2 ways you can go here if you're Brady Ferguson. You test Parrish inside again, or you go outside. See if he'll put a pull swing on an outside pitch, roll over for an inning-ending double play. Thomas, big secondary lead. He takes the shuffle as Ferguson almost looked like a pitch out. Either way, misses high and outs, 1-1. Did look like Millard West went with the second strategy that I mentioned. Not overwhelming velocity on the mound from either Ferguson or Noah Carroll, his opponent on the mound for Millard South. Thomas darts for second. Here's a hit and run. That one's flared out to the left side. Third baseman Spearsack camps underneath it. He's going to have a chance at double play. They turn it. Wow, Will Thomas was off with the pitch on a hit and run. Brady Parrish supposed to get that ball on the ground to the right side. It jammed him. He popped it up to the left side of the infield. Dylan Spearsack camped underneath it, set his feet, made a strong throw across the diamond, and that is an inning-ending double play for Millard West. The Wildcats will come back to bat. Just 6 outs remaining for them in the batter's box, trailing by a score of 2-1. Noah Carroll's making his way back out to the mound. We'll make our way to break and be back in 60 seconds on the ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doan, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doan.edu/apply.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big double play turned by Millard West to end the bottom of the fifth inning. Millard South tried to put Will Thomas in motion. Hit and run was unsuccessful. Stolen base attempt by Jared Betts, or rather Dylan Swiersek, was unsuccessful in the top of the fifth inning. So Sam Kidd stood in the batter's box. He's up there. First pitch swinging, first pitch lacing, an RBI, or not an RBI, sorry, a single to left field to begin the top of the sixth inning. Second single of the day for Sam Kidd in the leadoff spot. He will again be replaced by a courtesy runner. This time does not appear to be Landon Horst. It's Jack Meeks. Now we'll have a visit to the mound. That could very well be it for Noah Carroll. Yep, he's given fist bumps to his teammates. His head coach is going to take the ball. We will tell you about our new Millard South pitcher on the other side. Sam Kidd aboard with a leadoff single for Millard West. It's 2-1 Millard South. We'll be back in a minute here on The Ticket.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of his special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Your possibilities are endless at Doan University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doan offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doan, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doan.edu/apply.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let's reset things for you. We are in the top of the sixth inning. After a Sam Kidd leadoff single, he is replaced at first base by Jack Meeks as the pinch runner, probably courtesy runner. Hayden Young replaced in the batter's box, Hunter Young replaced in the batter's box by Chance Roberts. Roberts is a senior, hitting .213 on the year. He squares to bunt, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Here's a quick pickoff move with the runner firmly planted at first base by the new pitcher for Millard South. It's Tyler Albert, 6'4", listed at 170 pounds. He is a Wayne State commit. Sterling numbers on the year. He's running up his pickoff attempt numbers right now as well. But on the year, Tyler Albert, a 6-2 record with a sub-2 ERA. Robert squares to bunt again. He gets it down. It's a good one. Millard South might have had a chance at second. Throw took Wick off the bag, but he recovers. Apin had a little bit of trouble with that throw during in and out, but it was soft enough that Wick could still catch it and get to the bag in time. So there's the first out of the inning. Roberts, the pinch hitter, does his job. That moves Jack Meeks up to second base. But as I was telling you, Tyler Albert, the senior, 6-2, a 1.98 ERA. That fastball will run up there 87, 88 miles per hour. He's a little taller, a little lankier than Noah Carroll, who would be responsible for the runner at second base should it come around to score. Albert's first pitch fastball misses outside. It's 0-1, or 1-0, rather. The 1-0 from Albert, that's a breaking ball and a beauty. Taken for a strike. Albert sets up on the extreme third base side of the rubber. And with those long arms and the way he sets up his delivery, a closed off stance, he is pointed right at the right-handed batters, such as Jake Daniel, who's in the box now. He chops that one to the right side. Wick is there. He gathers, scoops, throws in time for out number 2. Now Tyler Albert. 2 outs on the ground, but he still has to deal with Tyson Meyer. Meyer hitting cleanup. At shortstop, he has popped out to second base and struck out. Meeks, the tying run, 90 feet away with 2 outs. If you're Carson Durr, try to keep everything in front of you here. Pitch to the backstop ties the game. It's 2-1 Millard South. As Tyson Meyer takes ball 1. Albert delivers. Meyer swings through it. Evens count 1-1. A little bit of a half-hearted swing from Meyer there as Albert went with the breaking ball. Looked like Meyer was expecting fastball. Meeks not very aggressive with his lead. Apin's way off third base. Now he extends. As Meyer flares that one out to the right side, he'll get out of play. Now Albert has the advantage in the count at 1-2. Can Tyson Meyer come through? The heir apparent at shortstop to Tyson Lewis. He got drafted out of Millard West High School last year. Meyer on the year, 16 runs driven in. 17 is 90 feet away. 1-2 from Albert, swung on, lifted out of play right side. We'll do it again. Meyer on the year, a .243 hitter. 18 hits, 16 runs driven in. One of them's been a long ball. Traffic starting to pile up on Center Street, but not on the bases. That one lifted to left field. It's high in the air. Wind pushes it in. Back to make the catch is the shortstop for Millard South. It's Blake McAndrews. He settles underneath it for out number 3. And in 10 pitches, Tyler Albert works around the leadoff single by Sam Kidd. He strands the runner at third base. Millard South maintains its 2-1 advantage as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll tell you more about it in 60 seconds on the ticket.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha. Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Millard South leading Millard West. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning at Tal Anderson Field. I'm Austin Norman. You got 3-4-5 due up for Millard South. Third time that they have seen starting pitcher Brady Ferguson for Millard West. Ferguson right now, 82 pitches. That means, as of now, he would have to wait 3 days to return to action. Now there's been some action down in the Millard West bullpen. We'll see what the leash is on Ferguson in a 1-run game. Breaking ball nearly clipped Apin. He didn't dive out of the way. Turned into it a little bit, but it just missed him. Missed inside 1-0. Ferguson's delivery is a funky one as there he lands that front door breaking ball. It's 1-1. He sets up on the first base side of the rubber as a righty, then has a bit of a cross step as he comes set before opening those hips up all the way around and coming directly home. Went with that breaking ball for the third time, and that time it did clip Apin. So he is on with a leadoff hit by pitch. That's the 4th batter that Brady Ferguson has hit today. 3rd different batter. Parrish has gotten plunked twice, Durr, and now Apin. Now we do have a coach coming out of the dugout for Millard West. We'll see if this is the end of the line for Brady Ferguson after 86 pitches. No signal yet. Might just be having a conversation. Like I said, I didn't see a bunch of action between innings down there in the Millard West bullpen, so this could just be a situation to buy the relief pitcher some time to warm up. For Brady Ferguson at 86 pitches right now, if they take him out of the game at pitch number 90, he could come back in 3 days. But if he gets to 91, he would have to take 4 days off. He would not be available. They'll keep Brady Ferguson in there after the leadoff hit by pitch by Jackson Apin. I do like Ferguson going inside. That's not something you see a lot of high school pitchers comfortable with doing, because you run the risk of plunking batters and because velocity isn't always there. But if you allow hitters at any level to tee up middle away, they'll start to get good at it. You got to be able to come back inside, as Ferguson tried to do with 3 straight front door breaking balls. 3rd one cost him. That brings Braden Swaney to the plate. He's responsible for both runs driven in right now. For Millard South, that is. Still going to need some clarification on what happened on the one that he stroked out to deep right center field. But Apin is at first. Swaney, mighty swing, fouls that one off down the third base side. Counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. On the day, Swaney popped out to the second baseman and then hit what I am calling that 2-run sacrifice fly until I am corrected. He wears number 23. He's a lefty in there against the righty Ferguson. Ferguson picks over to first. Apin back diving, plenty of time, head first. Middle infield, double play depth. Quite a bit of respect for Swaney's power. He's got 4 dingers on the year. Outfield playing relatively deep. Fastball outside. A little low. Kid flips it up to himself. Holds the runner. Apin at first base, 2-1. Two pitchers throwing down the first base line for Millard West. That's Ferguson on the bump. He's gone the distance so far. Pitch number 90 took something off. That one looked like a changeup, but he lands it. It's a strike, 2-2. Six strikeouts on the day for Ferguson, 1 strike away from number 7. He brings it home to Swaney, breaking ball. Tailed late, but just missed on the outside corner. That's a really good pitch and a really good take. That runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And with that pitch officially, we will not see Brady Ferguson again for 4 days. Apin, aggressive lead at first. Sweeney swings through the fastball. There is strikeout number 7 for Brady Ferguson for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Dialed up the heater. In between the belt and the letters, Sweeney just missed it. That brings Carson Durr to the plate. Durr been on base twice. Reached with a single his first at bat. Got hit by a pitch and was caught stealing in his second. Durr hitting in the heart of this order from Millard South. Seeing Ferguson for a third time. Fastball taken inside, ball 1. I really do like Ferguson's willingness and ability to go inside with the front door breaker, with the fastball now. An off-timing move. Great idea by Ferguson, but Apin was paying just enough attention. He was back to first just ahead of the pickoff throw. For Durr, he's a .500 hitter, 19-38 on the year. He's got Apin ahead of him at first base. Here's Ferguson. That crossbody delivery shot back to the screen by Durr, fouled off. It's 1-1. Durr's a big dude. You can tell he's well built. Right-handed batter, steps back into the box. His right foot is on that back white line. Ferguson takes a peek at the runner, Apin at first. Ferguson comes home. That one way outside. Apin takes off on a pitch that took Kidd out of his stance, took him toward that first base dugout that Millard West occupies. Late read, late break by Apin, but it works out anyways. He moves up into scoring position for Carson Durr. Millard South looking to tack on an insurance run as they lead at 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Apin at second. Durr in the box. Ferguson on the bump. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball. Really good one. Durr saw it coming. Was going to take it. Decided, you know what? That's going to hang up long enough for me to hit. But he swung right through it. Count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. If you're Durr, something in play to the right side, move the runner up, get him 90 feet away for a tiring pitcher. Might not hurt. Here's pitch number 97 on the day from Brady Ferguson. It comes in a 2-2 count with 1 away. Fastball swung on and missed. Durr goes down swinging, and Brady Ferguson gets his second strikeout, now back-to-back of the 4 and 5 hitters in the lineup. He is 1 out away from keeping this a 1-run deficit. Millard West down to its final 3 outs on offense. Sam Kidd's going to take a jog out to the mound, have a little conversation. Next time a coach steps out of the dugout, it will have to be a pitching change for the Wildcats. Not sure they're quite ready to do that yet. A very brief conversation. Kidd looked back to the dugout for instruction, but he's headed back to home plate now. It's Blake McAndrews coming up. He singled back in that 2nd inning and struck out in the 4th. Jackson Apin on second base. Blake McAndrews in the batter's box. Brady Ferguson on the bump. 2 away, bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 Millard South leads. First pitch from Ferguson. That's a bender in there for a strike. Seven strikeouts. Now 8 strikeouts, I should say, for Brady Ferguson on the day, including the last 2 batters. Ferguson, a gutty performance for him. 2 runs on just 3 hits. Fastball from Ferguson fouled up. He's way up in the count. Now it's 0-2. Now, if you're McAndrews, put the ball in play. Find a way, make Millard West make a play to get out of this inning, trailing 2-1. Here comes a pitch from Ferguson. It's number 100. It's swung on and missed. Kidd squeezes it, and with pitch number 100, Brady Ferguson gets his team back in the dugout. We head to the top of the 7th inning. High drama, high stakes here at Tal Anderson Field. Millard South, the 4 seed, has a 1-run advantage at 2-1 over 5 seed Millard West. It's the Wildcats. 3 outs to go. They got 3 outs to get 1 run to tie. 2 or more, they take the lead. and we'd play the bottom half. We'll tell you more about it. Seventh inning comes your way next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
2-1, Millard South leads Millard West. The Patriots 3 outs away from their third win over the year over their crosstown rival. I'm Austin Orman with you above Tal Anderson Field, calling this game and the next two. It's Tyler Albert on the bump, out for a second inning of work out of the bullpen, and in the box, a pinch hitter. Cade Skumel goes 0 for 2 on the day with a couple groundouts. He is replaced by Landon Horst, who takes a fastball over the inside edge for strike one. Horst, number 11, 250 hitter on the year, 17 hits and 68 tries, and now he is quickly down in the count, 0-2. Strategy for Millard West is see some pitches out of the hand of Tyler Albert. He got out of the top of the sixth and just 10 pitches coming on in relief. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Pinch hitter Landon Horst does not do his job. He goes down on 3 pitches, and just like that, 1 out away. 1 out used up for Millard West. That does bring up center fielder Jake Blackman. Blackman has been a strikeout victim twice today off Noah Carroll. Fouls that first pitch off. It's 0-1. So Horst, cold off the bench, was up there watching. Blackman up there swinging away. He chops this one to the second baseman. Wick is there. He makes the throw to first, and 5 pitches, 2 outs for Tyler Albert. The game for Millard West now rests in the hands of number 13. It'll be a pinch hitter. Instead of Colton Williams, we will see number 13, Cole Owens. Owens, a righty. He's a junior. 231 hitter on the year, only 13 recorded at bats, but he has scored 8 runs. So Cole Owens on to bat for Colton Williams. Williams also went 0 for 2. Tyler Albert has been efficient. First pitch to Owens, swung through, strike 1. Owens way back in the box. And Albert very far on the third base side of the rubber. Breaking ball and a beauty, strike 2. 3-pitch strikeout of Landon Horst to start the frame. 2-pitch ground out of Jake Blackman. And now a fastball, chase fastball, a waste pitch misses, high and out. It's 1-2. First non-strike of the inning for Tyler Albert. 1-2, breaking ball, swung on and missed. There is win number 3 of the season over the rivals. Millard South takes down Millard West. A 2-1 game, a fantastic game. We will not play a bottom of the 7th inning as the home team, Millard South, takes down Millard West. 2-1, they advance to play Lincoln East on Monday, rather. We will tell you all about it when we get back to Tal Anderson Field in just a couple minutes.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations. When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, Mr. Pitching and Defense, Nick Sainer, is going to be really bummed he missed this game. He loves a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. He loves good defense, situational baseball, and that's what we got on display in Game 2 of the Class A State Tournament. I'm Austin Orman. Millard South just wrapped up a 2-1 win over Millard West. All the offense came in the 3rd inning. Millard West actually got on the board first in the top half of the inning. Jared Betts, with 1 out in the 3rd, he singled, stole second, and then catcher Sam Kidd in the leadoff spot knocked an RBI singles right back up the box to put the Wildcats up 1-0. They would not be able to tack on to that. In the bottom of the 3rd, as good teams do, Millard South responded. It was a hit by pitch by Brady Parrish, and then Jackson Apin singled, putting runners on first and second. He singled to right. The throw from the right fielder was not a great one. Parrish was going first to third on the hit. Apin, with good base running, read the throw, followed up by getting to second base. That brought up Braden Swaney, who skied one out to right center field. Hit it really well, and the right fielder, Hayden Young, was on his horse. He got there. I think he made the catch. I think that's the official determination that he made the catch, but he did drop the ball. So it falls to the turf. Both runners ended up tagging up. Apin, the trail runner at second base, was there because he thought that Young ended up catching the ball. Whether he did or not, either way, 2 runs come around to score in that bottom of the 3rd inning, and that ends up being the difference. For Millard South, the winning pitcher is Noah Carroll. His final line, 5 innings pitch. He had 5 strikeouts, did allow 5 hits and 1 earned run there in that 3rd inning. But outside of those hits, he did a really good job of limiting traffic on the base paths. And then it was the relief ace, Tyler Albert. He comes in, wildly efficient 2 innings for him. He struck out the last 2 batters. There's 2 of the last 3 batters that he faced to end the game. Just 19 pitches in 2 innings. He came on after that the single in the top of the 6th, got the rest of the Wildcats down in order from there, and then worked a really quick 1-2-3 inning against a couple of pinch hitters in there as well. So with that win, it is Millard South moving on to the next round of the tournament. They win 2-1 today. Their reward, if you want to call it that, is Lincoln East. 29-3, number 1 seed Spartans, back on a bit of a revenge tour after falling short in the state championship game last year against today's loser, Millard West, who now advances to Monday. They're still alive. It is a double elimination tournament. It'll be Millard West against Papillion La Vista. Looks like Millard West will be the road team in that game. That's how we will lead off on Monday. But we're not done here yet. We're going to throw it to break. Come back with us, though. We'll have On the Block Jay Foreman on the road. He's calling in. Jake Bachoven will be with you as well. Tonight, though, we're going to have some fun. Our next game in about an hour will be Papillion La Vista South, the 2 seed against 7th seeded Millard North. And then the nightcap will be number 3 Kearney against number 6 Elkhorn South. 2-1, Millard South takes down Millard West. 3rd victory of the year for the Patriots over at the Wildcats. We'll be back for Bracket 2 of Class A State Baseball in about an hour. But for now, enjoy this short commercial break and then get ready for a lot of fun. Jay Foreman, Jake Bachoven on the block after this.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time.